You're watching Football Daily, and here's our 11 of the biggest traitors in football. Goalkeeper, Asmir Begovic. Chelsea keeper Asmir Begovic was born in Bosnia, but moved to Canada as a kid. He went on to represent the Canucks at under-20 level and made the bench for the senior team. However, he never played a minute and was still eligible for Bosnia, who called him up in 2009. Begovic jumped ship and has picked up over 40 caps for the Eastern Europeans since. Defender, Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole was a two-time Premier League winner with Arsenal, but the lure of Chelsea's Russian money proved too much in 2005, when he was caught meeting with Blues boss Jose Mourinho in secret. Both men were fined, but Cole got his move in 2006, turning down 55k a week from Arsenal in favour of nearly 100 from Chelsea. He went on to win the Premier League for a third time and the Champions League at Stamford Bridge. Defender, William Gallas. Ashley Cole's move to West London saw William Gallas go in the other direction. Chelsea issued a statement saying that Gallas had threatened to score own goals if he wasn't allowed to leave, and the Frenchman joined Arsene Wenger's side. But his turncoat days weren't over, as Gallas left for Tottenham in 2010, making him the only man to play for all three clubs. Defender, Sol Campbell. He established himself as a world-class centre-back at Spurs, who he had joined at 14. But when his contract expired in 2001, he signed for Arsenal on a Bosman. There he won a league and cup double and helped the club go through a season unbeaten in 2004, earning the title of Invincible. But at White Hart Lane, he'll always be known as Judas. Right wing, Luis Enrique. Wide on the right, it's Barca manager Luis Enrique. Lucho actually made his name at Real Madrid, but said he didn't feel at home in the Spanish capital. The club let him run down his contract, but regretted it when Enrique joined Barcelona on a free transfer and became a fan favourite, scoring 109 goals in 300 games in Catalonia. And he continues to make Los Blancos pay today, with his Blaugrana team ripping up Europe on their way to a treble in 2015. Midfielder, Andrea Pirlo. Andrea Pirlo seems too cool and charming to be treacherous, but the man they call the Architect joined Milan from Inter for 17 million euros in 2001 and went on to excel in multiple midfield partnerships, with Gtze, Seedorf, Kaká and Rui Costa, picking up 2 Champions Leagues on the way. But Milan let Pirlo leave in 2011 at the age of 32, and he joined Juventus, where he won 4 consecutive Scudetti. Midfielder, Cesc Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas always said that he owed his success to 3 people: his parents and Arsene Wenger. So Gooners were understandably aggrieved when Fabregas skipped out on the Frenchman to return to his childhood club, Barcelona, before committing an even worse crime and joining London rivals Chelsea. The Spaniard can point to his 2 league titles since leaving the Emirates, but seeing their former captain hug Jose Mourinho will never fail to turn Arsenal stomachs. Left wing, Luis Figo. An elegant and stylish winger, Luis Figo was classier on the pitch than off it, as he broke Real Madrid hearts and the world transfer record when he switched from Barcelona in 2000 for £37 million. The first Galactico, Figo won the Ballon d'Or and La Liga in his first season in the famous white kit. But when the club travelled to the Camp Nou, he was booed and pelted with golf balls, mobile phones and bottles, forcing the game to be suspended for 20 minutes. The next time, it got even worse, as the missiles included a whole pig's head. Forward, Carlos Tevez. Man United had already faced a major pain in the arse to sign Carlos Tevez on loan, thanks to third-party ownership issues, but things got much worse in 2009 when local rivals Manchester City trumped them for the Argentinian signature on a permanent deal. The Sky Blues rubbed salt in the wound, with a poster of Tevez reading "Welcome to Manchester" put up in the city. But 2 years later, City fans faced frustrations of their own, as Tevez refused to come off the bench against Bayern Munich, triggering his departure to South America for most of the season and a protracted standoff with the club. Forward, Robert Lewandowski. Polish striker Robert Lewandowski helped Borussia Dortmund to 2 Bundesliga titles and a runners-up place in the Champions League. But he refused moves out of Germany, ran his contract down, and signed a pre-agreement with arch-rivals Bayern Munich in January 2014. BVB couldn't even recoup a fee from the switch, and outrage in Dortmund saw the tyres nicked from Lewandowski's Porsche. But the Pole's career went supernova, adding insult to injury as he won back-to-back league titles with the Bavarians. Forward, Ronaldo. Maybe the greatest striker ever to play the game, Brazilian Ronaldo had every talent but loyalty, as he played on both sides of the Madrid and Milan rivalries, making him the only player in history to feature for Real Madrid, Barcelona, Milan and Inter. His moves between the 4 clubs totaled almost £70 million, and in 332 combined games for them, he scored 206 goals. There may be a few grumbles about his betrayals, but frankly, supporters were just lucky to see him play. Substitutes. Mattia Valbuena. French attacking midfielder Mattia Valbuena featured over 300 times for Marseille before the club's financial problems led to a move to Dynamo Moscow in 2014. But a year later, Valbuena returned to France, this time with Lyon, Marseille's greatest enemy. When the clubs met at the Stade Velodrome, Marseille fans hung an effigy of their former star from the roof and pelted the player with bottles and even fireworks during the course of the match. It ended in a draw, but it was definitely a defeat for Valbuena. Mario Balotelli. There are many players who pissed off supporters, but nobody made an art of it like Mario Balotelli. He burst onto the scene with Inter Milan as a teenager, but his diving and dirty play irritated manager Jose Mourinho, leading Balotelli to appear on Italian TV wearing an AC Milan shirt. He later apologised, but under 3 years later he was wearing one for real, turning out for the red side of the city after a spell with Manchester City. Mario Gtze. World Cup winner Mario Gtze came through the ranks at Borussia Dortmund, but after 3 trophies at the club, it was announced in 2013 that he would join Bayern Munich in the summer. And with the agreement revealed just hours before Dortmund played a Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, it seemed calculated to destabilise the Schwarzgelben. Gtze is Bavarian by birth, but as a product of BVB's youth system, his defection stung. Perhaps there is comfort in the fact that, despite all the silverware, Gtze never reached the heights in Munich that he did at the Westfalenstadion.
So there's no Adebayor and no Robin van Persie. Should we have included them though? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to know about players moving from one club to another, go and check out our biggest ever footballing journeyman right there. And as ever guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.